On a fateful day in ancient times, a group of celestial beings known as the Watchers descended from the heavens to earth. These angelic entities, mentioned in the mysterious Book of Enoch, were tasked with observing and guiding humanity. But their arrival would set in motion a chain of events that would forever alter the course of human history. The Book of Enoch, an ancient Jewish religious text, tells us that these Watchers were 200 in number. They were led by their chief, Samyaza, and were drawn to the beauty of mortal women. In a moment of weakness, they made a pact to take human wives and teach them forbidden knowledge. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of knowledge could be so dangerous? Well, these fallen angels didn't hold back. They taught humans the art of weaponry, the secrets of cosmetics, and even the mystical practices of astrology and magic. It was as if they opened Pandora's box, unleashing a flood of information that humanity wasn't prepared to handle. But the consequences of their actions were far-reaching. The offspring of these unions between angels and humans were no ordinary children. They were the Nephilim, giant, powerful beings that roamed the earth. These hybrid creatures possessed superhuman strength and an insatiable appetite, consuming everything in their path. As the Nephilim grew in number and power, chaos began to reign on earth. The once peaceful world was now plagued by violence, corruption, and excess. Humans, armed with knowledge beyond their years, engaged in wars and conflicts. The balance of nature was disrupted, and the very fabric of society began to unravel. It's important to understand the gravity of this situation. Imagine a world where demigods walked among mortals, where the secrets of the universe were carelessly shared, and where the line between heaven and earth became blurred. This was the reality that humanity faced in those ancient times. The heavens couldn't ignore this transgression. The archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel were sent to earth to witness the devastation firsthand. They saw the bloodshed, the corruption, and the suffering caused by the Watchers' actions. It was clear that something had to be done to restore order. In a dramatic turn of events, the archangels bound the Watchers and cast them into a place of darkness. But this was just the beginning. The Nephilim, those giant offspring, still roamed the earth, causing destruction wherever they went. It was at this point that a familiar figure entered the story, Noah. Yes, the same Noah who built the ark. The great flood that we've all heard about wasn't just a random act of nature. According to the Book of Enoch, it was a divine intervention to cleanse the earth of the corruption brought about by the Watchers and their offspring. It was a reset button for humanity, a chance to start anew. But let's take a step back and consider the implications of this story. If true, it would mean that much of human civilization and knowledge has its roots in angelic teachings. Our understanding of metallurgy, cosmetics, and even certain spiritual practices could be traced back to these fallen angels. The story of the Watchers also raises profound questions about free will and responsibility. These angels, created to watch over humanity, chose to interfere directly in human affairs. Their actions, while born out of desire, had catastrophic consequences. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of playing God, of sharing knowledge without considering the consequences. Moreover, the Book of Enoch provides a different perspective on the nature of evil. In this narrative, corruption doesn't originate solely from human nature, but is introduced by external forces. It suggests that humanity's fall from grace wasn't entirely of its own making, but was influenced by these celestial beings. The legacy of the Watchers didn't end with the flood. Their influence can be seen in various mythologies and religious texts around the world. Stories of gods or divine beings mating with humans and producing heroic offspring are common in many cultures. Could these be echoes of the Watcher narrative? In some interpretations, the Watchers are seen as bringers of civilization, teaching humans crucial skills that allowed them to advance. Others view them as corruptors, responsible for introducing sin and evil into the world. This duality reflects the complex nature of knowledge itself, a double-edged sword that can be used for both good and ill. The story of the Watchers also ties into broader themes of cosmic conflict. It presents a universe where different celestial factions are at odds with each other, with humanity caught in the crossfire. This concept of spiritual warfare has had a profound impact on religious and philosophical thought throughout history. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of the Watcher narrative is its relevance to modern times. In an age where technological advancements are happening at breakneck speed, where we're unlocking the secrets of genetics and artificial intelligence, the cautionary tale of the Watchers feels eerily pertinent. Are we, like the humans of old, in danger of acquiring knowledge that we're not ready to handle responsibly? Are we at risk of unleashing forces beyond our control? The story of the Watchers serves as a reminder of the importance of ethical considerations in scientific and technological progress. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of our universe, pushing the boundaries of what we know and what we can do, the ancient tale of the Watchers continues to resonate. It reminds us of the potential consequences of our actions, the responsibility that comes with knowledge, and the delicate balance between progress and preservation. In the end, the story of the Watchers is more than just an ancient myth. It's a reflection on the human condition, our relationship with the divine, and our place in the cosmos. It challenges us to think critically about our choices and their long-term impacts, not just on ourselves, but on the world around us. So the next time you gaze up at the stars, remember the tale of the Watchers. Remember that knowledge is power, but with great power comes great responsibility. And perhaps, just perhaps, consider that we might not be alone in this vast universe, and that our actions might have consequences beyond what we can imagine.